Welcome back to the channel. I am Parsers, CEO of vijAI Robotics, and today we'll start using the LangChain framework. Today we'll be discussing about how we can select our ChatGPT model in LangChain, how we can create a prompt template, and how we can parse the output. We'll be doing nothing very much complicated, right? We'll try to understand the framework. Okay, so let's get started with the tutorial. First of all, you can create a Jupyter notebook. I'm using the VS Code IDE, Visual Studio Code. You can simply use the Jupyter notebook. There is no issue, right? And I have also created here a Jupyter notebook only, right? Okay, now first of all, what we need to do, we need to install the LangChain framework, the library, right? So pip install LangChain. Okay, and you'll run this, your LangChain will be installed, and then you need to install LangChain OpenAI because we want to use ChatGPT, right? No problem. Okay. Now, for the API key, okay, you all know you need to get the API key from the OpenAI API website, right? It will cost you some amount of dollars. Okay, and now what I'll do, I will not write my API key directly here, like I was doing in my previous videos, where in the prompt engineering playlist, right? What I'll do, I will create a more secured way to do this, right? Kind of secured way. So what we'll do, we will create a .env file, right? You have to name a file called .env, okay, in the same directory that you're working in, right? So in that .env, what you have to do, you will write this. OpenAI API key, just like this, equal to inside strings, inside quotation marks, your API key. That's it, just save it. Okay, and now what you do, you write this code here, import OS, and from .env, import load.env, and you just write this down. And please remember that you write OpenAI API key, the same thing that you're writing over here, you write it here. Okay. That's it. You just run it, and your API key will be loaded in this OpenAI API variable. Okay, so I'm not directly writing here the OpenAI API key. Right now, what we'll do, from LangChain OpenAI, we'll try to import Chat OpenAI, which is Chat Large Language Models API. Okay. So we'll initialize the model. We'll try to create an instance for it by writing LLM equal to chat OpenAI. Simple, no issue, right? We are trying to just understand, do some basic prompting with this LangChain framework. Okay. Now, how you will ask something to the model? You'll write LLM.invoke, and I am asking the model what is LangChain. So what I'm getting the output is AI message. The object is AI message. LangChain is contents equal to LangChain is a blockchain project that aims to create a decentralized language learning platform. And if you see, this output is not so good because we are also getting something like response metadata, and this is coming inside content. Okay, so what we can do is we'll try to improve upon the prompt also and the way we are getting the output. Right, this was about how you will load the ChatGPT model. Simple, nothing complicated, right? Okay, now creating the prompt template. Now, what is a prompt template? It will prompt templates convert raw user input to better input to the LLM. Now, suppose taking the same email example that I took in the last video, suppose we are handling customer email queries. Now, the query of the customer is the email basically, but before that email, we need to give certain instructions to the model, which are going to remain mostly same for each of the emails, right? So we need a kind of a prompt template which is reusable, right? So that template now we'll try to create. Okay, what you do is you import chat prompt template from langchain core.prompts. Okay, and then you're creating chat prompt template dot from messages, and you're giving first from the system side, you are world class technical documentation writer. You are a world class technical documentation writer, and in the user is your input, the input that would be given. Okay. Now we'll try to create our first chain. See, chain means like we are going from our prompt to the LLM model. This is a chain, a LangChain. Okay. What will happen is this prompt will go to the large language model and then we'll be able to invoke it. Okay, and there could be many more such steps inside this chain. Okay, this is a simple chain. Now see what we are writing is chain dot invoke and we are giving the input. Okay, we have to give the input what's LangChain. So this input would come over here and the system's prompt would also be there, right? And you see now we are getting something like this. LangChain is a blockchain-based platform designed to facilitate language learning and exchange. This. Okay. Now, if you can still see the output is not very good, right? It is telling me about the response metadata, which I don't need to know, right? The model name, GPT 3.5 Turbo, etc. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll try to parse the output parsing. Now, what is output parsing? It is converting your model's output to something which is more convenient to read, right? So what we do is from LangChain code or output parsers, we are importing string output parser. Okay, and then you create an instance for the string output parser. Then I have created a chain. Now see, in my chain, now I have added prompt, LLM, and then output parser. Earlier, if you see the chain was just like prompt and LLM, the prompt that you give and to the model. Now what will happen? First the prompt will come, then it will go to the language model, and then the output of the language model would be parsed by the output parser. Okay, and it will create it in a more convenient way to read, right? Okay. So see now, I have done the same. I've asked the same question in the input chain.invoke what's LangChain. And now you see we are just getting the string. LangChain is a blockchain platform specifically designed for language related applications and services. It leverages blockchain technology to create a decentralized network that facilitates secure and transparent interactions between users, developers, and other stakeholders within the language industry. So now if you see the output is pretty good, pretty good. It is not coming something like AI message and then the tokens, the response metadata. We're just getting the output which we just wanted. Right. So in this video, what we try to do is we try to get a basic understanding of using LangChain. Right. First, you need to understand how you will prompt it, how you'll use your models. Okay, and instead of using the OpenAI API, you can also use Anthropic, you can also use Olama. Right, I have used the OpenAI API, which we had also used in our prompt engineering playlist. Okay, but don't think it is just like that prompt engineering playlist. We are importing the API and then asking some questions. No, it's gonna be more than that. And in the next video, we'll try to retrieve some information from a database or maybe from some website. Right, we'll give the data to the model as the website and then we'll try to ask some questions to the model. If you found this video to be helpful, like it and share it with your friends so that more and more people could be benefited from it. Thank you.